Hey friends, welcome to the first 100% guide of Khazan. Today, we're starting with the Skoffa Cave. This is a bit further into the game, but this level is quite nasty. That's why I'm showing you today how to complete this main mission at 100% and also how to get everything in the level. There are indeed some hidden things there. So let's get started right away and dive in so you can also defeat the boss at the end, because there are a few things you need to do to make the boss easier. So friends, stay tuned, give a thumbs up, subscribe, and first head over here, right at the beginning, in the back, behind the tree, and grab the poison cleansing potion that keeps you sort of from the poison room, but actually not. Well, let's continue and go through here first, of course, to activate the checkpoint, and then we loot here thoroughly as much as we can, friends. And yes, if you want more 100% guides, then definitely write that in the comments, because then I would do that for all the other levels as well. I started with this one first because it also makes the boss easier, and because there are really a lot of hidden items here, and the level is also kind of a bit tricky. So yes, first grab the poison resistance elixir at the back, and then we go back to the checkpoint, so to speak, and from there on the right there's a small cave here. You need to go through it once. Watch out, a few enemies are coming, quickly take them all out once you've run through the spider web. And once you've done that, you'll of course absorb the corpse here and grab it in soul turn. Dust, it's best to use it during the boss fight as it gives you a bit of health and you don't lose the souls anyway, which is pretty cool. Then run up here and make sure to light this chest. It's the first of 3 chests you need to activate. This makes the boss easier because the cave where the small spiders come out will be sealed, and if you find them all, no more spiders will appear. No more spiders in the boss fight. Then back to the checkpoint, grab the purple item up here, go all the way over here. We can't use the lever yet, but we'll do that shortly. Then we can also climb up the ladder, but we'll look at that in a moment. So first, let's grab the item back here, and so that we have it in the right order and don't have to run around too much. So let's grab this thing here first, and this is a fire spirit fuel. Well, the door won't open, we have to open it from the other side to unlock the shortcut. That's why we go back and first climb up the ladder here to get the elevator. You see it's already down here, but we're going up here now. Here it is up again, and then we climb up here. Watch out, bats are coming on the beams. Definitely press the defense button so they don't catch you. They knocked me down, but it's not a big deal. We then run up here. If you hear these bats, just press L1 to defend. For me at least, L1 is the control. Yes, you see there's a pot down there, but we don't need to get it now. We'll get it in a moment. And first we need to go all the way up here. That means you simply balance along the beam here. And you see down here on the right, there was already something, so don't fall down here. We'll do all that in a moment, but first up here, and there's another item. We'll grab it, it's the Earth Amplifier, and it tastes pretty good, of course. We'll take it with us, and now we don't go down here, but we jump from here over there into the corner, and we can grab the item here. Yes, almost sniff it, and it's a small spirit shard, which we always take with us, of course. I need to heal quickly. And then we actually go straight back up the ladder and then go left into this area, which we've already seen, where the spiders are now, and we can just drop right in there. So just go back up the ladder here, and then take a short walk over the beam. The bats won't come anymore, of course, which is obviously great. We go over here and then over the beam and let ourselves fall down at the back here. Quickly take out the enemies there. Flatten them. It shouldn't be an issue. And then you can also absorb an acorn there. Yeah, easy actually for me. Always the standard attack, sprint attack. I just find it ridiculously OP. It also destroys big enemies directly, and of course, we also take the soul separation dust with us here. And yes, then we move on. Namely, go left here, we can go over the beam here and then up here once. And there's a hidden bottle there, definitely make sure to get it. So run around here once and then go up the beam again. You can then continue, just be a bit careful here so you don't fall off. There are also bats coming here again. If I'm not mistaken, there they are. And they kicked me right off. Well, great, so I have to do this part quickly again. You can do it better, of course. You just hold down defense, basically, so block, and then the bats can't really harm you. Yes, and you should do that when you hear the bats. Anyway, go up the beam here again. And when we get to the top here, there are a few spiders to deal with. And do that quickly, of course. And you can already see there that there's another beam on the left, so we can go further up right away. So don't jump down here now, just go left along here. And once we've dealt with the spiders, we can continue here, so not down here. That doesn't make sense. You'd agree pretty quickly, just continue up the beam here and go around the corner a bit. And then you can let yourself drop onto this and then balance further up here. Yes, you now see a cool view here. I also find it quite cool about the level that they do this from time to time. Here, watch out for bats again, and there are several. Always keep defense pressed. And now, here on the left, that glowing part and up there. You definitely want that, so don't forget to go up here. It's very important that we always collect these things because they increase, I believe, as far as I know. I know the Underworld Energy, basically the one we use to heal ourselves. Now we've already seen that we've received one more, and now you should have 5 pieces. If you found everything before, then you should be at 5 pieces. Watch out for bats here again. Don't let them knock you down. And then you can activate the elevator here, which you should definitely do. Just finish up here again. Defeat the enemies, then activate the elevator so that it goes down once. You can do this by simply stepping on it and stepping off again. And then you're directly at the bottom and we can continue from here. Watch out from here, you can already throw spears at the guy who will come down from above. I didn't do it here now, but it's pretty good because he first hits the ground and you need to take him out. He's relatively strong, I must say, and he's also an elite enemy, but you can take him down because he gives some really good stuff, and of course we want to have that. As you can see, you get some nice rewards. We'll definitely take that with us, and then we've dealt with the guy. Now just continue here and follow this corridor. You also want to take him out, because otherwise he'll follow you throughout the entire level, so be a bit careful at the red spot. There's a worm there, so definitely hit it or take care of the spider first, depending on how you feel like it. As the citizens are actually relatively easy, just make sure not to walk over the red part. That's always a bit of a hassle. Well, quickly take out the enemies here. And then we should pull out the worm here, and then we're basically done. Then, they're already taken care of here, and yes, we can then move on. We can now collect the items here, and don't forget to grab the crystal back there, take out your bucket, throw it on here, and then you'll have the ore already. And that's the second ore, if I remember correctly. Then we continue through here, and we'll find the other pieces of ore as well. So just keep going along here and follow the path, and then some enemies will appear. You can, of course, take them out like I do, sprint, hit them once, no problem, then a couple more livers, and then the thing is done, which I find really great. Then just keep going through. Yes, you now come to a large cave, some enemies will appear, but just collect the stuff here, it's hard to miss. Basically, grab the items here and then just continue on. I encounter a few revenants of luck here, and of course you can handle them however you like. Personally, I find them relatively easy, and we always go for them again. I took down a few more, and yes, that's why I sliced up a couple more here, but it's not a big deal. You don't have to do it, and we'll just continue through here. Now we leave the cave, and yes, then you'll reach the next area. Some spirits are active again. First, go around to the left here and take down the guy. Be careful not to fall off. There are some enemies here now, and I'll just skip them quickly. Take care of all of them here, and then we can collect the stuff here. There are still important things here that we need also for the boss. I always find it good to have something like that with me, so just take out all the enemies here. Then we're basically back up here. We've collected the stuff here, and it's important that you go up the stairs back there, which you can see in the background. I'm going to do a few more runs of the Misfortune Leaf and loot them. But you definitely need to go up the stairs back there. Watch out, there's an enemy that attacks you and it's a bit difficult to see. Then you need to grab the chest here, and in the chest there are some nice things, and we definitely want to take them with us. So now just keep walking here and here. Definitely the end. First, go up the ladder, because there's another cave we can blow up. So this ladder here, we need to go up once, and then we can enter the cave and light some dynamite so that the spiders don't come out and bother you during the boss fight. So just go up here, quickly slash through, and go through here. You can walk along there. There's nothing else here. So go through this, yes, cave, and at the very end, there are, of course, those barrels again, explosive barrels. And there you can ignite them again. That's the second cave, basically. And we're still missing one. And then the boss fight will definitely be a bit easier. Go back down here again, just slide down the ladder and then go across here. And back here, continue through the cave here, and then you'll come to the next cave. Surprisingly, be careful here. These things up here, you need to knock them down, as there's occasionally something inside. But you can actually see it quite well, because up here, for example, there's a really important item. You must not miss it. Up there inside, you can already see it glowing a little. But if you don't have the camera positioned correctly, you won't see it. Yes, grab that spirit item, Ambitionen, and we definitely want to have it. Then continue following the cave here. There's nothing else here. I checked a little more to see if it's done, but there's definitely nothing here. The spider, you see, that attack is exaggerated. Almost everyone gets hit, and we go through here. And down here, follow the path to the right, and you'll come to a cave a bit deeper. And yes, we continue here. There's nothing to collect here for now. I looked around thoroughly again, but there's nothing. So head down here and then to the left into the next cave. It's important to open the door here so we have a shortcut. And here we can return to the checkpoint for now and level up a bit. Maybe you can upgrade a bit there if you have enough. If you have Lactrima, I believe it's called, then you can simply return to the checkpoint and level up there. Yes, friends, from the checkpoint we continue, and we don't have much more. Well, about 10 more minutes, actually. Then we'll be at the boss, and of course there's more about the boss on the channel. Feel free to check it out. I personally found it to be the easiest boss, maybe because we did everything right at this level. Now turn right around the corner here and take down the enemy. He actually threw me down there. That's why I have to come back here anyway. But this is also the main path we need to follow. So collect your Lacrima here. And yes, I personally, Manka, still like to slice through a few hapless knights here and take them out. But of course, you don't have to do that. It's purely optional. We need to go back there to get the item. It's over there. It's pretty hard to miss. You should definitely pick it up. And there's also a small hidden cave here, specifically when we walk over the tree trunk. As I said, I'm going to take care of a few more Revenants of the Misfortune Leaf and finish them off. And it's best to throw them off the cliff here. That always works quite well. And then you can loot them more easily. So first, go over the tree trunk here before you proceed. And into the cave here. Watch out, bats again. They want to knock you down again. You can already see one of them hanging up there. And you can actually throw a spear at it now. And I have no idea why I didn't do that. Otherwise it just falls to the ground. I somehow realized it only later. Well, in any case, you take down the enemy. It's another elite enemy. Once you've defeated it, you'll get some nice loot again. And then definitely examine the cave again here. Because there's another chest in here. Not back here. You can't go through back here. But it's up there. So we'll just go around here and grab that chest. Yeah, mine is kind of sticking to these eggs a bit, but it doesn't matter. We need to go up there, make the round and get that chest, because there's something pretty tasty in it that will really help us to continue in this level. We can use it to increase our poison resistance. So let's go to the chest here, and there are beautiful things that we definitely want. And yes, let's take a look inside now. Ah no, the poison ring isn't here yet, it comes later. Sorry friends. In any case, head back over the log, don't fall down. And now, at this tree, make a sharp right turn and you'll go through this cave here. Just run along here, and the poison resistance items, they are indeed coming up. We'll get them shortly. First, take care of the goblins here. Of course, there's spot 10, so you don't get saved. And then you can, before you proceed, basically, here on the left, you can also grab something. So should I go left into the corner here? At least that's what I thought. There's actually nothing. Okay, I remembered it wrong, but just continue here. It was probably the tree at the beginning that I remembered. Continue here and now take out your spear again and throw it at the spider above so it doesn't attack you while you're absorbing. So first take care of these little things here, then let's see what else is nice here. It looks kind of weird, that thing. They always confuse me. But up here, that's where the spider is hanging. And now it's best to get a spear out and throw it at the thing here. Bam! Then it's down immediately, and you can of course proceed calmly. Absorb the thing. Watch out, after that many small spiders will come, which you of course have to deal with first. But first grab this part here, take out all the little spiders, and yes, then we can get another item back there. We definitely want to have that too. And here you see the sprint attack. I'm telling you friends, once in, everything works really awesome. Well, collect the purple part back here, grab it, we get poison, spirit, fuel. Yes, alright, well no, then here. Let's continue out of the cave, and there's the next checkpoint right down here. As far as I know, we first go through the boss enemy, which is a bit stronger, but it's not a boss. Just be careful not to get knocked down, that's right, grab the hunter's half a gloves here. Probably there's something else for you, a bit of a random drop. And here we just continue through the cave, and here we see another lying piece. And of course we want to have that. For that we need to clear the area first, he says. But actually you can just go in with a special move at the end and then it's done. Yes friends, and now you can of course collect their blood, and don't forget this purple piece down here. It's very important that we take this with us. This is the ring of sealed toxins, and it provides poison resistance. So you can actually put it on right away because it's super useful in this level. And later on there's actually an amulet for it as well. So the ring isn't bad either, it was even better than mine and also provides poison resistance. So definitely take it with you, and then you've got it, there's nothing more back here. You just continue through, feel free to take out a few ghosts if you feel like it. I left it for now because I didn't know how much further it was. But yes, it's important to go down here again, and to the left in the corner, there's a purple item there. We'll of course take that with us. That's the lightning amplifier. Then once out of the cave, if you let yourself fall down, you can also take this path. But the other is obviously better because we want to participate again. And here is the next checkpoint I was just talking about. Okay, friends, now it's going to get pretty nasty because you have to go through this poison flow, but there's still a lot to collect. And we'll also find the last ore here, so pay close attention and don't miss it, friends. Down here you can already see the first item that we'll grab first. It's relatively in the middle there. Strangely, it doesn't work for me because I always press the wrong button. I should have pressed strong attack, then he would have done a nice dash from above. Well, grab the observation report here and watch out for the spiders. Of course, you always take poison damage when you walk through the swamp here. And that's the slightly nasty part of this level. So try to find a few islands if possible. Over here we'll go again, there's another item, we'll just grab it once more. Warning. There are already quite a few spiders coming, especially in the next section. There are really a lot. You really have to be careful you don't see them at first. But when they hatch directly from the eggs, it can be quite extreme sometimes. And you have to be careful not to get surrounded, because it happened to me that they just trapped me. And then I couldn't really do anything because I couldn't get out. Well, let's take care of the spiders here, and now it's very important that you go into the tree trunk. And here, once around the corner to the right, not left here but right, and you can already see the red glow of the ore, because in the back corner is the last ore. And we grab it, throw it once, and then we've destroyed it. And that was actually the last ore, so we've destroyed all the ore points, and as far as I know, the notification should come now. Where is it? Where is it? It is not yet. We missed one. No, that comes later. That was the second ore like that. Now another ore chapter selection will definitely help you. Yes, sometimes it's a bit confusing. You don't quite remember where it was. Was it the first, second, if you're not keeping track? Well, that was the second one. We definitely have all of them important. No, we have all of them, of course. Now, otherwise it wouldn't be 100% guide. And then we go along here at the back and now collect the next items. Be really careful here, friends. It looks like nothing is happening here, but as soon as you move forward, quite a few spiders will appear. Done. All of them here, and then you can grab the loot here. Yes, grab all the loot here. And then we can go around the corner here at the back, so head right into the corner. And back here there's a cool item, take it with you. And that's the necklace of the sealed toxin, perfect because it also provides poison resistance, so put it on right away, equip it. The necklace is also pretty cool and provides poison resistance, so it's definitely better than mine was. And then having resistance is of course great, so having both equipped helps us a lot against the boss, because he deals quite a bit of poison damage. And it also helps us against the next elite enemy who is just around the corner to the right, so be a bit careful there, calmly absorb the corpse beforehand. And then there's a really big one coming up. You can of course take him down, and you should, because there are some cool things there and you definitely don't want him following you. Additionally, you want to loot him and get the dog scroll here, and the scrolls are always very important for crafting equipment pieces. There are different types of scrolls, and yes, we continue through here now. And here it gets a bit confusing. We have to go through here once, namely back here through the river and then up here on the right side. Over here there's a small island, and now we can take a loop around to reach an extra chest, namely along here and up there, or you can also go to the right here, but in my opinion this path up here is actually better. I'm not sure if you can go right, whether you can even get up there. It just looks like it might not be true. First watch out for the spiders here, and then along this small path. And from here, this small path, you can of course go through to the right, and be careful, there's a worm in there which you should take care of. And then from up here you can let yourself fall down onto another platform, and then you can reach this slope. I don't think there's another way. I think this is the right way. Exactly here. We can let ourselves fall down. Maybe you can simply walk up from below. It kind of looks like it. Well, in any case, we wanted to kill the worm like this. That's why we jump down here now, then come onto this path. And here, up there's another chest which takes care of the enemies a bit. Just quickly throw in a power move. Then everything should be all set here, and then we've got it done. So just go straight through here. Yes, a few little spiders are still coming, but our sprint attack takes care of everything. And here we throw the spear again. And then we can collect the enemy here. Yes, down here another one of those things. They're always good for making space with the spears, I think. Once in the snout and then it's basically done. Yes, open the chest. Zap. What do we have there? Something nice inside? A few tasty things. We'll definitely take those with us. Dual weapons. And yes, then it continues. Strangely, I still have my dual weapons from the beginning. They are level 14 but somehow really strong. No idea. And they only scale with strength. But I've seen you right. Often in the comments below that one should level up willpower, but that's not correct. So of course there are dual blades with willpower and strength, or willpower, but my dual blades only have strength value, so they really only have a strength value. Well, just continue up here, then you've collected everything here, and now you're entering the next cave again, and now we're almost at the boss. Now you definitely need to do two more things. First, get the last ore and definitely blow up the last cave. And then the boss will be easy too. As mentioned, you can find the boss guide on the channel. Feel free to check it out. First, grab the potion here, activate the checkpoint, and then don't enter the cave there yet, because the boss is waiting for you there. Upgrade a bit here and so on. Once you've done that, head over here. And definitely walk along here again, because there are still some things to collect. There is a tough enemy here, but since there's a checkpoint right around the corner, you can feel free to take him down. And you can recharge your Senkler. Well, we've dealt with him, and then grab a few loot items here, and especially absorb the corpse here, then still. And then we can find a few little spiders crawling back there. And there's also a bit of loot there. But here on the right, very important, is the last ore. And of course we want to have that. With that, we have now found all 3 ores for the level and can then of course improve our life force, so to speak. All soul stones are there, and we can always do that in the hub. But there are still a few things here, not up here, but back in the corner where the little spiders are, you can already see there's still a chest. That's why we want to grab it, of course. There aren't really any big enemies around anymore. So just take a nap here once you've done that. Super easy, grab the chest, and there's another item here. You can calmly use healing potions as you wish, because up ahead is, yes. So from here we also take the loot wound, which is the bard set, and here on the right, around the corner. We can also grab another item, which is back here. It's nothing particularly great, I think, but we'll take it with us anyway. Shard of Transformation 15 times, okay. Then continue here once, and then we can go to the boss. Friends, activate the checkpoint here to go to the boss. Important to blow up the cave here beforehand. And that's here on the right side where the barricade is. Go in there once, blow up the cave, and then you can go to the boss, friends. You won't have any small spiders on the way anymore, and you can find the boss guide on the channel. Make sure to check it out. I'll also link it again in the end credits. So if you're having trouble with the boss, feel free to check it out. But it's much easier now since the small spiders won't appear anymore in the boss fight. So friends, good luck with it and maybe see you next time. Feel free to give a thumbs up, subscribe, and then we'll hear from each other in the next video. Adios.